days when you get a phone call from someone who says, we've just acquired this new building and we wanted you to go look at it. And so it's like, oh, what are we getting into? It was a grand auditorium space. The ceilings were chopped to pieces. And surrounding the existing curtain and stage was a beautiful mural depicting notable personalities from the history of the city, whether it was Oglethorpe or Button Gwinnett or Tomachichi.
So I walked over to Arnold Hall and I took a look at the mural on the proscenium.
I really liked this. I liked how it started kind of like with the building and then the mural that was like painted or etched into it, and how it was like all of the women of Savannah, and I was like, where is this going? And then as it started to tell the actual history of those women and how they were influential in Savannah itself, I just found it so beautiful, and it was such a fun, like, great way of not only learning history but also of honoring the people that came before you, and especially like watching the movie as a woman. It was like really inspiring.
Excellent video. It was a broad selection of women that represented the untold story of Savannah. Really enjoyed that one.
It was a well-polished tribute to the influential women throughout history in the Savannah area. I thought its editing was tight, especially the decision to use gold textiles of each woman and pair it with green text. I thought the result was really dignified and regal and very classy. I really loved learning the history of these women, and seeing the old maps and photographs. That was really engaging too.
I really liked it. I loved the presentation of it overall. It was very professional, and I loved how informative it was on subject I really didn't know or thought to know. I thought the way they investigated the subject and really dove deep into the origins of this town, and I really liked that about this film. It's very informative. It's very professionally done. I really enjoyed that because it's something that looks just amazing. I really appreciated that.
This was an exceptionally polished documentary. It's just really well edited. The narration is great. And of course, the subject matter, we probably don't hear enough about the contributions that women have made to architecture and historical preservation. It's really profound, and I'm glad that this documentary exists to shine a little more light on these great women in our history.
I thought this one was very relevant and important and timely recount of women's empowerment and accomplishments in this specific region. I thought it was quite inspirational, and also it was just lovely to watch all these women, powerful with different visions towards a village, and more specifically fighting for equality in different times and eras in the United States. I think the movie can be briefed with a word that it's mentioned throughout. It's together, and I think it's the message behind it, and it was a lovely and inspirational one.
This one is awesome. I feel like this is a doc that a lot of people should be watching right now. It feels very contemporary and like in the kind of collective conversation right now. Yeah, I mean, it's shot really well. I love the way it's edited, the way that the entire story kind of like, is like woven together between the past and the present and the future, and I just really liked it. I loved how sort of specific it was too. It helped you, whenever anything is specific, it helps you it's more universal in a way because you can identify with it easier.
This was a really comprehensive and detailed look at the women who have made Savannah's development their life purpose. And I have no connection to Savannah myself, but I was very much interested in these women, especially when it got to even broader topics about the current political scene, to the movements they were involved with, to even connections to Girl Guides, which was kind of neat. And the archival photos and the documents they have from the past created a really full realization of the history, and really helped in aiding the storytelling, which was excellent.